welcome to another episode of Friend Outdoors.
Okay, today we are going to do an unboxing and talk about the Gardepro X60 Pro Max trail camera. If you get one of these cameras, here's what's in the box. Okay, the first thing you're going to get the instruction manual for the camera itself to help give you all the information you'll need to operate this camera and get the most out of it. The next thing, this camera has a lithium battery, rechargeable battery pack. So this is going to talk about that, the ins and outs of that and how it works. So you got this manual. The next thing that comes with it is this strap. This is to run through the back of the camera so you can attach the camera to a tree. This is one of a couple ways you could put this camera out. The next thing, it's got this wire, C-type wire, and it's also got the USB plug-in to go into the wire. And then you use this wire cable to charge the rechargeable battery in the camera itself, and also to get your photographs off of the storage unit that's in this camera. This particular model does not have an SD card, so you would use this cable to download pictures to your laptop if you want to do it that way. You can also get your pictures through the app itself. The next thing it comes with this antenna. This is a hard plastic antenna. It does bend right here, so you can get just a little bit of adjustment out of it. But this antenna threads into the top of the X60 Pro Max camera right here. So we will thread this down. Now this camera is loaded with features, so let's get into it and talk about a few of them. Okay, so right off the bat, this camera has 36 low glow IR bulbs that is advertised to illuminate up to 100 feet at night to help you capture those pictures and videos that you're trying to capture with this trail camera. This camera adjusts from 2 to 48 megapixels. It has 1, 2, or 3 photo burst option setting. It has a photo delay from 0 seconds up to 1 hour. It also has 3 settings for the photo trigger sensitivity. It has 3 motion sensors, here, here, and this one on the front, and the bottom 2 here for the sides can be turned off if you would choose to turn those off. These are just to help you pick up the game a little quicker to make the camera turn on. Okay, next thing we open up, it's got one latch here on the side. It's more of a full door latch, kind of a taller one, so it opens it up. When you do that, next thing you see right here is your SIMS card. That's where it plugs in at, and this SIMS card will automatically connect to the strongest signal in your area. Okay, as far as the video itself on this camera, it will record up to 1280p, and it will record videos anywhere from 3 seconds up to 5 minutes. There's several different adjustments there you can make. It has a live stream feature in the app, so you can turn it on even if there's no activity there or stuff's too far away. You could turn the live stream on and see what's in front of the camera at any given time. Or if you use one for security purposes, you could, check on things possibly in your home or wherever you might have this thing set up at. This camera also has a capability to take a photo and a video, so that's pretty exciting. Let's look at some of the settings here. So obviously here on the front, this is where we turn it on, so we will go ahead and turn the camera on. Here we have the menu button. This camera has a 2.4-inch color monitor, so that's pretty exciting. Someone with older eyes, it makes it a little easier to see things. So we can hit the menu button here. A lot of these adjustments can be made on the Gardepro app. So you would download that from the Apple Store or your Android store and get that app downloaded. And you can make a lot of adjustments right here on this camera. We'll just scroll down a few of them. Activation code, the cellular information, the mode, obviously the photo or video, which one you want, the quality you can set it at. Again, we talked about, there's your burst option, 1, 2, or 3, the video quality where you can change the settings on that. to get it where you want. The length that we talked about, the sound, you can turn the sound on or you can leave it off through the microphone in the bottom. The format adjustment. There's the delay we was talking about between pictures or videos if you want to have a delay. There's a sensitivity. The 3 adjustments on that. You can set it to help. There's false trigger. The side motion sensors, that's what we was talking about on the front. You could turn those off if you chose to. A motion test you can run to see how that works. Time lapse. So again, the time zone where you're at, you'd set that. The time and date, you could put them on there. Format it. There's just so many options on here that you can adjust and get set up the way you want it set up. So once you get all this set up, and again, you get the app, you can make a lot of these changes right on the app itself. So once this camera's in the field, you don't have to go out there and make adjustments. You can get the pictures and videos sent right to your phone or iPad and look at them from your home there. So again, there's a lot of features here we can click on and kind of go through. You want to look through your manual and get all the information you can about that. So we're going to hit the menu again. Takes us back to the main screen. Then once we're ready, you can hit this start button right here and the camera will start working. So we're going to turn this camera back off and let's talk about a couple other things. Okay, right here, you can see the plug-in. That was for the wire here that we was talking about earlier. This wire and this wire, you plug in to here and into your laptop computer to download your photographs and videos. You can get them that way if you're not getting them through the app, and or you could delete them off of this drive. You'll notice this camera here does not have an external SD card. It's got an internal storage, so that's why we're using this wire here. So let's talk about this battery now for a second. This battery is an 8,000 milliamp per hour battery. It's 3.7 volts. Okay, and in your book, it's going to tell you how do you charge this. Well, here's a plug-in, and I've got another plug-in right here, so I wanted to show you. You just plug it in right here as so. Now you have your USB attachment there. So we will just lay this down, and I will show you something that I use a lot. I broke down and got one of these things, so you can just plug it in as so and into the wall. Now when you do that right here, you do have a light. This is a small light. When this light is green, it is fully charged. If it's red, it is charging. Your instruction manual is going to tell you that when you get one of these, you need to charge this battery for 16 hours, up to 16 hours, to get a full charge out of it. So again, that's pretty simple way of doing that. Okay, I'll show you one other thing. This was kind of a different wire that I had, but on this particular wire here, they gave you the USB plug to put in there, and then you got the 2 C-type plugs there. So if you would happen to have one of these things lying around, okay, it's kind of the same thing right here. Let me show you. You would just plug this in as so, and then plugs this in this way. It's the same thing. You're just doing away with this plug-in if you just plug it into one of these things. But that's how you would charge this battery. Again, get the green light and you're ready to go. As far as putting the battery in, it's very simple. Just the bottom there, and it just kind of pushes down. So this camera, again, does run off of a rechargeable battery pack. So one thing I would tell you from just my own personal experience, I would suggest you get another one of these battery packs. It does not run off of AA batteries. This is what you got. So if this battery pack, if you just have the one, and you can tell your battery strength on your phone in the app as well, if it gets low, you're going to have to bring the camera home to get the battery out to recharge it, to put it back in the field. But again, if you have another battery, you can just take it out there and swap it out, and you would be ready to go. We are very excited to get this camera and put it in the field. We will be getting some videos and photos for you here shortly. Now we are going to show you the Gardepro X60 Pro Max, our field test results. Let's get into it. Okay, you got yourself a Gardepro camera. Now you're ready to put it in the field. So the first thing that you need to do, you need to go get the Gardepro app. So if you have an iPhone or an iPad, you need to go to the App Store and download the app. If you have an Android, you're going to have to go to the Google Play Store. Once you get the app downloaded, you are ready to activate this camera with 10 easy steps. Upon activation, you're going to get a 30-day premium trial, which includes unlimited photos and unlimited video clips. However, the video clips sent to your app are 2 frames per second, and they're choppy and they have no sound. However, the video is going to be good enough for you to tell what's going on. Now, whenever you go to download the videos from the Gardepro to your laptop, the videos will be smooth and will have audio. You will also get 60 minutes of live stream with the premium trial. Now, there's no information bar, time, date, any of that on the live stream. It's just going to be a clear video. Now, when you bring the live stream up, on the lower left, there's a button to take a picture. There's a button beside of it to video. If you decide to hit video and start recording, there's also a setting on the lower right-hand side that is preset for 2 minutes. So once you go to live stream, when you get close to 2 minutes, it will say, do you want to continue to watch? You're going to have to tell it yes. If you don't, it will turn off. So it's the same way if you're recording. If you turned it on, you hit record, it gets close to 2 minutes, it will say, do you want to keep recording? You tell it yes. Now, I do think you can probably change that setting. I just never did it. It didn't cross my mind, and I regret that now as the trials ran out. There are also some additional options that you can purchase to receive HD photos, HD videos, and additional live stream minutes. Let's move on to our next topic. Okay, there's a couple ways to put this camera out. Again, it comes with a strap here, and it goes through this slot and then comes out this back one. It feeds through here to the other side and comes out this side. So then you got to feed some slack through here as such. Pull it this way, and then, you know, just slide this back and forth to adjust it to get the right setting that you want to put it against the tree. So this is one way that you can put this camera out. Okay, another way to set these cameras up, again, you'll see a threaded slot in the bottom of this camera. Some cameras are on the bottom, some of them are on the back. This particular one, this Gardepro's in the bottom. So I like to use these posts that you can get. Again, you have your threaded end right here. So with this particular one being on the bottom, you would adjust this straight up, then thread it on the top and then shove it in the ground. Again, if it was on the back of the camera, you could adjust it like this. I will tell you, for this review, I used this post, or posts like this, for all the videos that you're going to see that I captured. I set this camera in a field to get me a lot of video. I knew that for this time of year that the turkeys was going to be there, and I got a lot of photographs and a lot of videos of them in this field. So I'm going to show you some of those now. I'll show you some photos from this camera, this Gardepro X60 Pro Max. I'm also going to show you some video clips from the app itself that I was talking about, where it's going to be choppy and there will be no sound. Then I will start to show you some of the videos that this camera took. Again, once I downloaded the pictures and videos from the Gardepro to my laptop, the videos were smooth and they had sound. Also, as I studied this camera, I learned that on your pictures on the Gardepro, your information bar goes across the bottom. You know, your time, your date, your temperature, that type of information. There is also a setting on this camera where you can turn that off if you chose to, if you didn't want that information on there. I like the information on there. That way I know when certain game was there. You know, if a deer's hitting a spot at a certain time, I'd like to know. But you can turn that off. That is an option. Also, I will tell you that on the live stream that I talked about earlier, there will be no information bar on the live stream. And whenever you bring it up, again, you can take a picture straight from the live stream. It'll start counting 2 minutes. Again, I think you can change that setting. I did not do it. So I'm pretty sure you can, but I'm not positive. But when it gets close to 2 minutes, it would ask me, do you want to continue to live stream? You tell it yes, or you can tell it no. But if you 2 minutes comes up, you didn't tell it anything, it's going to turn off. Same way if you're recording. So if something's out there in front of it, you hit that picture take button, it's going to take a picture. I'm going to show you some videos that I did take of a bird in front of it strutting. I went ahead and hit record. Again, there's no information bar on there. But the sound is there. You can hear exactly what's going on. I can hear him drumming. You can hear the audio is incredible. The video is amazing. I'm very impressed with this camera. So I'm going to show you some of that video as well. So again, there's a lot of settings on this camera that you can do from your app. The app, again, was easy. I played with it just a little bit and I could figure it out. Again, there's a lot of different settings on there. Another thing that I want to tell you here, I'm going to go ahead and open this up and kind of show you as I talk about it. I'll show you later. I mean, right here in the bottom is where your C plug is going to go in. And you got to plug that in to your laptop. And to download these pictures off of this Gardepro, the camera has to be on. So you'll hit the on button here, and on your laptop, right here it's going to say card reader in your LCD screen, and on your laptop it'll say Gardepro. Then you can copy and save the photographs and videos from this camera to your laptop. I will tell you, once I did that I would confirm that they were on the laptop. Then I, from the app, would go in and tell it to delete the built-in SD card. That way I wasn't seeing those pictures again. I wanted to start over once I knew I had the videos and photographs from that time frame. As far as the battery, I am going to tell you that when I put this camera out in my trial, I had it set on taking a picture and then immediately shooting a 20-second video. And by me doing this with that battery fully charged, I had it out for 30 days and my battery was down to 32%. But that was a lot of pictures and a lot of videos I took in that time frame. So I think, depending, if you just was taking pictures, it's going to last a very long time. Again, the video settings, depending on how long or how short you want to actually record video of what's in front of it, would probably determine the battery also. Again, I will tell you, I recommend you get a second battery. Again, because, if this battery gets low, goes dead, and you only have one, you're going to have to go get the camera from the field, bring it home, charge the battery, 16 hours, and take the camera back to the field. By me saying this, you're also losing, time on your data plan that you're paying for. So you could lose a day or two, depending on how quick you get the battery charged and how quick you can get it back in the field. So I did get an extra battery, and I would just go and swap those out. Some pros and cons. I'm going to tell you this, the sound and the audio on this camera was impressive. I was very happy with it. It captured drumming, gobbling. It did a great job. I will say it was easy to activate. Just a little bit of time in the app, and I could learn to do that. I do wish that this camera had a SD card that you could just swap out, because again, if you don't, you've got to take your laptop to the field or go get this camera and bring it home to download these pictures onto the laptop. Then again, once you confirm that they're there, go into the app, delete the 32 gigabyte built-in drive in the camera to start over, so you got more time and space on the SD card hard drive. As far as the strap in the back, I mean, it works fine. It might take you a few extra seconds because, as I showed you, it can, once you run it through this slot and through the other side, you got to kind of play with it a little bit and work a little bit of slack to get it mounted just right to a tree. Not real difficult, but a little tweak in the design there, and it could be a little bit better. Again, the night vision photographs it took, I'll show you some night vision pictures. It did a great job with those as well. I was very happy with it. Again, this camera I was very impressed with. So the Friend Outdoor Adventure team is going to give this camera a thumbs up. It was very, very impressive, easy to operate. The picture quality and sound was great, and we really liked it. One other thing, let me talk about here, the live stream. If you got a, you want to make sure you got a good signal in your area. A couple times I would try to connect and it would say the signal was bad, and I would try again and it would go through. So you want to have a good signal. And again, you've got 60 minutes per month in the premium trial plan. So, use it wisely. It's easy to get on there and just start watching and burning up your minutes. I will say that with my app, I would get the pictures immediately. So sometimes my phone, the app would go off. I'd know I got pictures. I would look. A turkey was right in front of the camera. I'd go to live stream, then start recording and capturing some footage that way because the bird was right there. Other than that, this camera would be great for security. Again, it's motion detected with those 3 motion sensors there in the front. It's going to pick up movement and trigger. So again, this camera, thumbs up from us. It did a great job. So we truly hope that this review does you some good. I tried to be thorough and talk about a lot of different things. So we hope it helps you. If you've got any thoughts of getting one of these, go in the description on this, and there will be a code there for you to go to Gardepro, and you can get yourself one of these Gardepro X60 Pro Maxes. Again, we want to thank you. We really appreciate your time and support for watching this video on our channel. So stay tuned for some upcoming videos from Friend Outdoor Adventures.